my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. Today we're continuing our video series designed to educate the public, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, you hear a lot in the divorce format about waiting periods. What are waiting periods? Now, some people think a waiting period is a period that you gotta endure before you can even file a divorce or go to court. Some people think of it as like a separation period where you got to do that first. Understand one thing. We do have a couple of periods that are relevant that have been called waiting periods. I don't prefer to call them waiting periods, but they are periods that have to pass in order for certain things to happen. So for example, when there's a divorce with children, there's a 6-month waiting period. But that doesn't mean you have to wait before you file. It just means that if you have a divorce with children, the court is going to put the life cycle of the case and span it over a 6-month period of time, so that from the time you started your case until the time it's ready to be finished, 6 months have elapsed. Now, the life cycle of a case without children is much shorter. That waiting period, if you will, or that life cycle, is condensed from 6 months down to 60 days. So what does it really mean? It means that after that 60 days passes, you will be invited to finalize your case. It doesn't mean that we're married, we've been married for 3 years, we have no kids, I want to get divorced, it's January, well, I gotta wait till April or May before I can file. No. You can file immediate. It just means that the time period until the case will be finalized, that's going to be, in the case of no children, 60 days, in the case where there are children, 6 months. Now, in the case of the 6-month period, for example, sometimes that period of time can be shortened or waived. Many times people will be ready to go, they've been separated for years, everything's divided, all issues are resolved. It doesn't pay to wait 6 months. One can ask the court for permission to finalize earlier than that 6 months. Maybe you're done in 5 months or 4 months, and if the court finds it's in the best interest of the children and everybody, the court can grant that request. But generally speaking, you're going to have those waiting periods. There is another type of waiting period that has to do with your residency in the state of Michigan. I don't think that's probably called a waiting period. That's just a statutory period of eligibility. That is to say, if you want to file for divorce in Michigan, you must be a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing. I guess if you're here only 4 months and you want to file, you do have to wait 2 more months. So I guess that could be called a waiting period. I prefer to look at that simply as a jurisdictional qualification. In other words, without that qualification, there's no jurisdiction for the Michigan courts to grant you a divorce if you haven't lived here for at least that period of time. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.